Today is day 13 of my personal and public 1% challenge, where I'm shifting my mindset toward becoming a 1% better version of myself every day. Today is also my 34th consecutive day of meditation that started out at 10 minutes, quickly grew to 20 minutes every day, and now today I've realized that that's not quite enough time, and I'm going to begin increasing that time as well, maybe up to 25 or 30 minutes by the end of this week that I'm embarking on. And this is also going to be the first video I will post on YouTube through the advice of some close new friends of mine that I feel I've manifested in this journey by focusing my attention and my desires to be around ambitious and progressive people who are really moving forward, who inspire me and motivate me to become better every day. And what I want to talk quickly about today, these bugs all around me, is self-deprecation. Because for several days in a row I haven't posted about my journey, and to be quite honest, I lost a little bit of sight about what the journey was and what it meant, and I was pre-planning the days as they went by, and for several days in a row I was uncertain leading into the day about what it meant for me, what I needed to get out of it. And there's really two ways that there's two routes that we can go on when we realize we're off track. Get away from me! There's two routes that we can go. First and foremost, if we recognize that there's something that is off track or out of alignment with who we are and what we're doing and how we're acting and how we're being, we need to ensure, and we meaning anyone who wants to make progress in their life, we need to ensure that we are not furthering the problem by focusing on the fact that we are unsuccessful. And what happens, and what has happened to me in the past, and something that I'm working on overcoming myself in this 1% journey, is recognizing that I am off track, then getting upset with myself for being off track, soaking and sulking in my disappointment and disapproval and self-deprecation of myself, thinking I'm not good enough. Why have I not done this? This is so bad. I can't even succeed in the first 2 or 3 weeks of my 100-day journey. And it spirals out of control to the point where now not only have I not completed the task that I've recognized, but now I'm punishing myself for not completing it. So it's important that we don't do that. In order to overcome that, in order to move through that in the most conscious and progressive way, man, lots of bugs out here today, is to accept the train that has gone off the track. And if it is something that we've recognized multiple times, we realize that this is a recurring theme. This is something that tends to happen to us, and it's something that we want to fix. Look at that as not a problem in your life, but an opportunity for personal growth and development and progress. As an opportunity to get 1% better at being you. I'll bring this back to what I am talking about with my own personal journey, and the fact that for several days in a row I have missed I've been focused on the 1% journey, but I haven't tracked the one thing every day. I haven't written down the thing that I'm doing, and I've felt somewhat lost. And in my own journey, and in yours if you choose to do this challenge, I recognize now the importance of me going off track for several days has given me the opportunity to speak with people about it, the opportunity for self-reflection, to recognize why this happened, to recognize where I'm at, And now to make small shifts, but most importantly, to not be upset with myself for those days that are missed. And if you go through this journey as well, I advise you to not be upset with yourself, but to recognize who you are and what your actions are telling yourself and telling the world. And if you want to shift those actions, there is now an opportunity for you to make change. If you recognize you want self-development, you recognize you want personal growth, then the realization of a problem should be looked at as an opportunity now. There is now a gap that you can fill with development. There is now a space that you recognize is improper for the person you want to become, and you can now shift yourself into filling that space. And it's a positive realization. It is an opportunity to grow, to develop, to become a 1%, 5%, 10%, 100, 500% better version of yourself by recognizing that problem, creating a positive mindset around the problem that's occurring, and then making the change. So, as I move on into my third week here, I am personally focused on maintaining that positive attitude and actually being excited about the opportunity in front of me now through the realizations of my missed days to become more solid in my foundation. So, don't further harm yourself because of misalignment in your life. Look at those issues as opportunities to become a better person, a better version of yourself. And that's really what this 1% challenge for me is all about. Growing by 1% every day. And when I miss a day, if I miss 2 or 3 days, to just simply guide myself back on track and realize that those missed days have now created a gap in which I can grow and prosper and overcome. So that's all I have for today, day 13. And I have a small group of newcomers coming in today. Today's Sunday. I'll give a shout out to them later in the week. See which one of them stays with it. And every Sunday I invite new people to get started on this journey, the 1% challenge. And I'll just close off with, now that I'm 3 weeks in and almost 8 minutes into this video, if you're still watching, I recognize that this 1% journey has become less about doing and more about being. And it's only taken 3 weeks. Go away. I'm being attacked by a bee. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He doesn't want me. He doesn't want me there. It's okay. He can have it. Okay, maybe that means it's time to go. But after 3 weeks, I imagine you'll start seeing the same results as me, and those results will be that it's not so much about the action that you're taking every day, but the realization that throughout your day, you're focused on, am I being 1% better in what I'm doing? Is that making me 1% better? And the journey has really become about intrinsic, but it did start very external, logging my actions, logging my choices. So I invite you to join the 1% Challenge, 1percentchallenge.org, all spelled out, or just message me, get in contact with me. I'm very open, and I invite anyone to join this journey and share it with me. And that's all I have from day 13 from this beautiful park here in Austin, Texas. Signing off. Have a wonderful week, everybody.